G'day guys, Darcy Ninja here. We are looking at our adductors, our groins, one of those muscles that I'm always treating with my clients. I'm treating up to 30, 35 clients a week. And it's one of those muscles that, I'm just always working on because it has such a ripple-on effect in terms of the way it improves the body's operations and mechanics, the way it moves, the way it feels, it alleviates pain and distress and all of that. So I'm going to show you what I do as a real life client. So first of all, I like to just have a little bit of a feel around of the hip. So Ninja's got some adductor tightness because he's doing squats and deadlifts and sprinting. So just a test there, you can see Leo that, that's not all the way flat to the table. Good, and then I grab his leg and come out like this. Like he's got pretty good range, like his hips are good. I wouldn't say that there's much of a problem there at all. Definitely seen a lot worse. And that's pretty good too. Internal, external rotation's pretty good. That one might even be a little bit worse. How does it feel for you?
All feels all right, yeah, feels all right, yeah.
Look, it's not too bad, and have a little bit of a test out there.
A little bit tight.
Good. And we like to do a strength test as well. So both feet here. I'm going to get Ninja to squeeze. Oh, fuck. It's hurting my hands.
Just crush it.
This bloke's strong. And again, really good and relax. Okay, so come over, look over here, Leo, and you can actually look at the fascia. And this one here on the functional line, we can just see like this tendon and how it connects to the pubic bone and then the front line abdominals and even into the pecs there. But then look at this deep front line and how much overlap, how much fascia, how many layers there are through our groins. And then it's like internal to our abdominals, inside our iliacus and our psoas, and just how much releasing here may have an impact up the chain into the back, into the hamstrings, into the glutes. So what I'm talking about when I'm saying I'm treating the adductors, I go to the adductors, yes, to improve the range of motion, yes, to improve the performance, but also because it has just like this such cascading effect globally on the body in terms of how it just makes it feel. Just works, doesn't it, Ninja? I'll show you a couple of different treatment ways as well. We're just going to spend a couple of minutes on each one. So, adductor magnus, to palpate it, you feel like this really fibrotic tendon. Okay, so it's like the one that pushes back on you. And then I'm going to go right up high because we showed you on that Anatomy Trains functional line how connected into that pubic bone it is. All right, so that's where we want to focus on because that's where the blood supply doesn't have the same efficiency as it does in the muscle belly. So essentially, I'm not pushing too hard or being too invasive there until I start to melt and just let Ninja's tissues and his body allow me to sink in and get into that area because it's right up into the nitty-gritty bits. It's not somewhere where the sun shines and you get a lot of treatment. It's just, you got to be tactful with your treatment. Am I making up words?
Yeah, that was good. I like tactful.
That's a ninjaism.
I know. I'm rubbing up on you, hanging around me too long, haven't you, man?
Mate, it's so hard. Like YouTube videos and the content. Like we're just normal blokes here, you know.
Yeah.
We're body workers. Ninja's been doing this for 30 years. I'm coming on 9, entering my 10th year next year, and to keep up a conversation with a person's really easy. To talk to a camera, it's become easier the longer we've done it, but sometimes you just get to the end of the sentence or you need to say this word and every now and then you're just like, oh shit, what have I got? The brain's just stopped. I've got nothing. I run into a roadblock. We'll make something up. So tactful, add it to the dictionary. I reckon it needs to be in there.
A Darcyism.
Darcyism. Cool. All right, we'll come back. So now that we've been gas bagging for the last minute talking nonsense, I've actually got in a little bit deeper and I can feel that I'm really, truly connected in there.
It's good.
It's good.
It's deep.
Deep. Yeah. So as I was mentioning, yes, improvement of hip mobility. So even the way the hip flexes, even the way the hip abducts and adducts. So essentially we want to think of like reciprocal inhibition with this sort of stuff. So if this adducts, brings the groin to the midline, but when we're testing abduction, so opening of the hip, we go, well, what's tight? What's short? What's going to be restricting that that joint action? So we get into here, pin that, and essentially that whole joint starts to just have this freedom of range that we're looking for, and essentially we're having less of a tug of war on the pelvis. The back can relax a little bit more. The hip flexors are probably relaxed as well, because they actually come in and insert into this area as well, into our lesser trochanter. So like this little bony landmark on the inside of our hip here. So we're impacting quite a lot of tissue and quite a lot of surface for the body to just relax and melt and just feel this relief. So I'm actually changing angles and working like into different areas of the tissue as well. I'm not just holding one spot. I'm sort of coming up and making my elbow sharper. So what I mean by that, if I was to show you with my thumb, I'm sort of like pushing, let's go there, I'm pushing up and in, and then I'm coming out. I'm sometimes going under that adductor magnus, and then other times I'm actually just working straight on top of it. Yeah, I don't really do that with my clients and show them with my thumb, but for the sake for the video, for practitioners, for those that are interested in what's actually happening underneath the elbow, there's all these different ways of just trying to melt, trying to lengthen, trying to get blood flow into that area. How's it feel for you, man?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I can probably try and describe it's just solid and a therapeutic sensation. And you kind of, we say it's a language. You know that it's good for you. It's an investment in your future, health of your body. And I've got, as a receiver, you have to really relax and surrender into it. But I'm not going to do that unless I kind of have certainty in Darcy, as he knows what he's doing. He's not kind of going too fast. He's kind of hitting spots that are meaningful for me. And then there's this real deep, dark, not dark, but dull, therapeutic sensation. And you just know you got to sit through it. You can breathe a bit, and but you know things are unraveling, things are changing because of the actual sensation. That means something in your brain.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. But that's what we want. We want our spots hit, don't we?
Yeah.
We're not here for a haircut.
Yeah. Or a skin polish. We constantly say that to our clients, and how we separate ourselves from other practitioners and that out there is that, we really want to make sure that you're not getting in the car and still needing to do any work. You know that, and you trust within yourself, within that session, that the pain's been pushed into, it's been worked, it's been relieved, it's been released, all these types of things. So that's what we go above and beyond and make sure that we're not fluffing around and wasting 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of the 45 to an hour session that you might have booked, or the hour and a half. We want to make sure that within that time it's really effective and we're really efficient with our time. So you might spend a little bit of time in there. I'm going to sink out, and then I'm going to show you how we can actually go under that. So you can see the red mark and where I've been, and then go under that tendon, even into our hamstring attachments there. And I can feel solidness, which is the bone that I'm working on, and that's where we want to be. We know that we're connected. Rolling right there is a solid point that's pushing back at me. I can feel that tendon needs to be released, needs to be softened and more supple than solid and hard. Beautiful. Yeah, over the years of my experience treating this area, I've really discovered that releasing this spot just has such a profound effect. It's so, Ninja used the word global before. So it's like you hit this area and it just, think of how it ripples on and just improves so many different spots. So it helps with your knee, it might help with your foot, it might come up and relieve some of the pain in your pelvis, into the abdominals, pubic pain, even into your lower back.
Lower back for sure.
Lower back for sure. Like, if you're not getting improvements out of your lower back treatment, always my second area that I treat is the adductors and the groins. Not too far behind this, that's your psoas, and not too far behind that's your TFL. But first one is the adductors. Yeah, really good. So I'm just working different angles, coming out, stretching that a little bit, and just pushing into it. Pushing into it is essentially what is releasing that tendon. Hold it, wait there. And just moving a little bit more under. Pull his knee into me, support it, get a little bit of a wiggle. Just little treatment tactics that really just help with the release.
Feels good, man.
It was good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Whoa. Wow.
Feels good.
Feels good, yeah.
Buddy Leo, where was the camera angle you got? Yeah, you can see that.
Better.
Looks really good. And I'm sure that feels much looser.
Yeah.
Let's show him the side-lying one, Ninja, that we were going to do earlier. So sometimes you don't get the results that you're really looking for, and you've got to just try different ways of doing it. So this way, I'm going to use the thumb. So I'm like here, and I'm still working right up into that adductor magnus.
Whoa.
And our adductors come in and insert into our pes anterior in our knee here, but unless he's getting pain lower in the leg, yeah.
It's bit in it.
That's where we're going.
Some squats.
Squats, yeah, deep squats. Think of how stretched this tendon, how stretched this muscle is when you're deep in a squat.
Yeah. Under load.
Under load.
Yeah.
Really pushing up. You know, you might be squatting whatever weight it is, 150 kilos. You know, that's a lot of weight put through a lot of stress, a lot of strain putting through your tissues.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. If you're struggling to get deep in a squat, sit with your legs crossed. Feel the lateral movement, like the power in your lateral movement. You know, a lot of tennis players, basketballers that are sort of working side to side, just feeling a bit clunky, a bit restricted through there. This is a really good way at just releasing that.
Ah,
Sorry,
it's
Ninja.
awesome.
Yeah, let's give him a little bit of courage, show the viewers how we can really go to work,
Oh dear.
earn our bread.
Our lettuce.
Our lettuce.
My case.
Yeah, I don't eat bread either. And I've just found, and I'll tell the YouTubers as well, so they know, but dry July is a thing that a lot of Aussies do over here, and I don't know if it's something that...
Looks pretty wet outside to me, mate.
They do worldwide. Look at that. Yeah, that's not bad. Dry July just means giving up alcohol, letting the body, cleaning the body, giving it a reset, giving it a detox. So just a month of vowing to not drink any alcohol.
So you're doing it, Darcy?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good for the mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. The demon drink.
Yeah, and it's just accountability now that you guys know.
Yeah.
It's good, and I've put it in a group, and I've told a few people.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, working different angles there. You as well. I'll show you what you can do with wax as well. Now, this area you can access, and if you don't follow us on Instagram, give us a follow on Instagram, because there'll be a reel coming out soon, which I did on this muscle, and it shows you how to release it from home. So go to Melbourne Muscular Therapies on Instagram, give us a follow. We do have a lot of content there that we put out, a lot of free information, you know, education. We also have a little bit of fun and banter and all of that as well.
We're due for a skit, aren't we, Darcy?
We need to do a skit. Yeah,
We do.
We love a skit. I've been watching The Inspired Unemployed on Prime Video. They've got like 25-minute episodes. Yeah, thanks, Ninja. And far out, they're so stupid. They're so funny, those blokes. If you don't know them, The Inspired Unemployed, check them out. They're a bunch of Aussie blokes that have just taken off over the past 2 years, I reckon. Yeah. Just for doing skits and being funny and just staying true to themselves. And yeah, we like them. I'm giving him a bit of a Chinese burn here because it's not a lot of wax, but just showing you different ways to be effective, to help separate the tissues, the hamstrings and the adductors there. Cool, and I'll show you as well with an elbow. Not going to be too nasty on him. All right.
Solid.
There it is. I reckon it's easy to take, just holding somewhere, not moving through it.
Yeah.
And it's actually really effective. We're giving away a couple of tips and tricks here, but we want to help people and showcase what we really do and what a real life treatment looks like and how we do get results. You know, we do this. I'm doing this on clients most days. Pin it, work it, unravel that tension, separate the muscles that have become adhesive and sticky to one another, and the fascia that's, you know, crossing over, and I guess it's the casing of the muscle, but sometimes that's dehydrated and sticky. So this is hydrating that area and getting that fluid through there. Nice, the body responds. So easy enough. A couple of different ways to assess the hip, a couple of different ways to treat the adductor magnus, to treat the hamstrings, and just be effective in the way that you do that, yeah, and showing you what us as practitioners here at MMT really do. So if you feel like this is something you can resonate with, please do book in, come see one of our practitioners, and we'll fix you up. If you've got groin pain, lower back pain, you're just not getting the results that you're looking for, we've got a clinic here in Melbourne in Richmond and a clinic out in Ferntree Gully. So we'd love to see you. If you haven't seen us before, come on in, we'll fix you up. Thank you very much.
Done.